Hey everybody, it's Jasmine. So today I have an exciting video because again, we're going to show you guys some comparisons between brow products. Now, I recently ordered the Sigma brow powder and it came in this set. Oh my god, I dropped my glow kit. So anyway, I recently got my purchase in the mail yesterday from Sigma Beauty and I purchased these items on the semi-annual sale. This is a pack of 7 brow products for $8 and I was like, okay, let me try that. And so I noticed that there was a brow powder duo in here and I was like, ooh, okay. You know, I think I have something very similar in my collection. And so today I'm going to show you guys a comparison between both of the brow products. I'm also going to tell you guys some details in the intro right now about the products and the ingredients if I could find some. And we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Alright, so before I show you guys the application test, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys the prices. So the Sigma one is going to be $14 and the Anastasia one is gonna be $23. That's a $9 difference, girl. A $9 difference, hello, excuse me. But if we're here and already talking about this, I have a coupon code for Sigma if you want to get it for even cheaper than that. I mean, how cool is that? They have a student discount, a little section, they have my coupon code, and they always have really good deals on Ebates if you have that as well. So go ahead, save you some money, girlfriend. But yeah, I wanted to mention that when you open these up, you could definitely see the size difference too. That's the first thing I noticed because I opened it last night, and Sigma, you get a lot more product than Anastasia and it's a lot cheaper. It says the Sigma one has 0.1 ounces and then the Anastasia one has 0.03 ounces. Oh, okay. Now, the kind of tricky part about this is that yes, Sigma is cheaper, but at the same time, you're only available to get 3 colors. While for the Anastasia one, you can get, I think, up to 11 colors, and that gives you a lot more variety. If, I don't know, if you have different colored hair, you can, you know, definitely pick and choose which one will be suitable for your hair color, or for your skin color too. So there's definitely that factor in there. I'm going to read you the claims for the Sigma brow product. It says, create full natural looking eyebrows with the brow powder duo. 2 shades of eyebrow powder to create your perfect shade. Build further definition and intensity of eyebrows when layered on top of brow pencil application. Okay, well what I did was I just applied it straight with the brow powder and I thought that that was sufficient enough. It says it's formulated without paraben, sulfates, phthalates, mineral oil, and casein. The ingredients are pretty similar to that of the Anastasia one, talc being one of the first ingredients. Talc is the first ingredient for the Anastasia one, but then talc is the second ingredient for the Sigma one. And I'm trying to look at the other ingredients as well, and I see that silica is one, and then there's a whole bunch that I cannot pronounce. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk about the details on the Anastasia brow powder duo. So this is a smudge proof 2-shade brow powder compact that creates the perfect professional brow. Apply Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder duo in short light strokes for a defined look with natural highlights and lowlights. Benefits include each pan contains densely packed fine milled pigments. Light and dark hues can be mixed for the ideal brow color. The Sigma one doesn't claim to be smudge proof, but we will find that out at the end of the day. I'm actually going to rub my brows and then see what the fingers look like. And yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do it for my final check-in. But so far, they seem very similar, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the application. For this eyebrow, we're using the Sigma brow powder duo, and then on this eyebrow, we're going to be using the Anastasia eyebrow duo. And so I'm just going to quickly take it out the kit, and I'm going to try and utilize what's in this kit so that I don't have to mix products within the brushes and everything like that. First things first, you want to spoolie out your brow. This is a hard ass spoolie. This is hard. Is this how a spoolie is supposed to feel like? I feel like all the ones that I have are like super soft. But it's okay. So we're gonna just take the brow powder duo, and there's no like right or wrong way I could tell you guys how to apply eyebrow powder, but I'm just gonna take the darkest side on the brush. This is the E75, And I'm just going to use this to kind of line the underside of my brow. Whoa, this is really nice. I wish that there was like a little mirror in here though, because it would have been easier if I just like, you know, but whatever works, whatever works. I mean, I only paid $8 for this kit, so get what you pay for in my case. So for actually blending out the product into my eyebrow, this brush is too thin for that. You need something that has a little bit more thickness to it. So luckily I bought a brush. This one is the E20 short shader. If you guys watched Soothing Sista, she talked about this and how she uses it in her eyebrows with powder, and I was like, let me try that. So I bought this brush, and I guess now I'm gonna go into the lighter color and I'm gonna see what that looks like all over my brow. I'm gonna start in the middle of my brow and then work my way to the tail and then work my way to the front. So this is what it looks like filled in. Obviously you could tell like there is like a definite like shift between a light color and a dark color, but that's how it is with all my brow products. So I'm just gonna go in and see if I can fix that. So I'm just gonna take that smaller brush again, and then I'm gonna take the darker shade, and then I'm going to fix the tail of my brow because the eyebrow lady literally sliced it off. I don't know. I'm gonna do this eyebrow as if I'm doing my eyebrow how I normally do with my regular brush and everything. So I'm gonna take a Spooly by BH Cosmetics. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the darker shade, and I'm gonna take this on the Real Techniques brow brush. And kind of like before, we are going into the bottom first. So far, they're kind of the same. I think my Sigma brow is darker than my Anastasia brow. A little bit. Just a little teeny tiny bit. But that's okay, that's fine. I'm not like complaining. Now I'm taking the lighter shade and I'm gonna run this throughout my entire brow. Alright, so here's what it looks like with both eyebrows on. I think they look the same. Let me touch them with my finger though and tell you the consistencies, because like I said, like the application was the same. I felt like they both had the same amount of creaminess when translated from the brush to my eyebrows, both very pigmented, and you could definitely build it up if you want. This one is Sigma, darker side, lighter side. This one is Anastasia, darker side, lighter side. Yeah. They are very, very similar, but I do think that the Sigma one has more of like a gray undertone as opposed to a warm undertone like the Anastasia one. But I think like if you were to not know that, I think that these just look similar. So there is that. I just feel like maybe the Sigma one is just a little bit more, I want to say, creamier and easier to blend out, because when I went like this on my fingers, like the color dragged down, and then when I did that on the Anastasia one, the majority stayed in place. Like there's just a little bit of smudging where I like rubbed it off, but for the most part we'll see how it wears throughout the day. But before I log off and do my final check-in that you will see in like a few seconds, I'm going to go ahead and conceal the underside of my brow just to clean it up just a little bit, and it will give this look a little bit more like fierceness, if you will. So I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape in the color light medium, and what I like to do is I like to just dot it right under my brow bone, and then I take a very small concealer brush. I feel like whenever you start buying brushes, the concealer brush is always the first brush that you get, and you're like, what do I do with this? And so it stays in your collection for like 5 years until you realize how to use it. This is it. So I'm just gonna take this concealer brush. This is one by BH Cosmetics. It has no number, no nothing. I'm pretty sure this is a discontinued brush, as with all my BH Cosmetic brushes. But I'm just gonna go ahead and line the underside of my brow. Do you see how nice and sharp my eyebrow looks now? It looks really good. When I do powder brows, I don't like to conceal on the top because powder brows are meant to be looking natural, and I want this look to look as natural as possible. I'm going to take the Sigma F66, which is kind of like a flat kabuki with an angle. It's a really small brush, and you could just use this to kind of buff out where your concealer is. I also have another one by BH Cosmetics. This is their 120. It's a little bit bigger in size, so it's really good to get like bigger areas, say like a bigger pimple, like if you have like a cystic acne or something. Or for my case, just blend out the concealer under your brow. It's just an easy way to get it blended out without using a beauty blender. Now normally when I do my brows, I would top it off with an eyebrow mascara, but I think today I'm not, just because I want to see how it lasts on its own. So then this isn't like, you know, messing with anything. So I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup, and then I'll check back in and I'll tell you guys whether they are complete dupes and if you could potentially save your money. Alright you guys, it's been a total of 10 hours and I have a lot to say, but at the same time I don't. Because I've tried to film this clip like 3 times, so I know what to say already. But you guys know that I applied the Anastasia side on this side, the Sigma one on this side, and through and through I really do believe that everything was damn near the same. Throughout the day I just felt like the only difference or preference that I would have would be that since this brow was a little bit more cool tone, it matches my hair a little bit more. Not a big noticeable difference, but I felt like this side really matched me a lot better than Ebony. You know what I mean? And so, did I even mention that before? I have the color dark, and then the Anastasia one I have Ebony. I don't think I mentioned that, but now you guys know. And I don't know, I just think that application and wear time, those worked pretty well. They were like almost identical. And I'm gonna do a little kind of smudge test for you guys to see if they are going to transfer. Let me brush them out again. Okay. Like, they're basically smudge proof. And I think that's crazy because, I don't know, brow powder, you think of something like an eyeshadow. So when you think of, I don't know, when you think of eyeshadow, you think of just like swatching it and then it just like comes off, you know? But these ones are really good. They stay on your eyebrows, and I think that the only determining factor of your purchase would be if you want to spend the $23 or the $14, because Sigma, you're able to apply a student discount, you're able to apply a coupon code, and it's a lot cheaper. As for Anastasia, you can get it at Ulta or Sephora and get points for that, or you can get it at Macy's and use your Macy's card, and it's a lot more readily available other than the Sigma one, which is mostly online. You know what I mean? And so that's probably going to determine which path you go. Again, I want to tell you guys that the Sigma one has 3 colors, and then the Anastasia one has a lot more colors, 11 colors. So you do have the option to go into the stores, swatch them out, try them out, and Sigma one you're kind of just guessing. So it's all up to you in that perspective. But other than that, I think these products are through and through. I am going to be using both. I'm not going to prefer one over the other because they work the same. And so I guess that kind of wraps up my review, and I hope you guys really enjoy this video. Tell me what you guys think, if you guys have tried these 2 brow products, or what you guys think of the application on my brows. How do you think they wore? Do you think that they suck? No! Hello? Okay, I'm filming. I have a PR package at the door. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up. So what we're saying is, I gotta go. I love you. Have a good day. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Peace out, Girl Scouts.